Now,
That
do you
makes sense.
think playing football helped you be the businessman you are today? By being strategic, mentally having to understand the next play, thinking ahead, that kind of stuff?
That's a great question. For me, I think it gave me a foundation. I think it gave me an understanding of work ethic, an understanding of teamwork, understanding of things aren't going to go your way, and you still got to bounce back, right? You're really only as good as your last game. You could go 16-0 and then you lose the Super Bowl, right? The Patriots did that 16-0,
Yeah.
right? You lose the Super Bowl and nobody remembers that season.
It's like playing chess.
Right.
You can knock out everyone, but if the king dies,
Right, exactly. But for
you
me,
lose.
it definitely gave me a foundation. But, when I was on the Patriots, I started going to New York a lot more. And that really opened my eyes to just business entrepreneurship, the type of things that are out there. I mean, I remember I didn't even know what a hedge fund was, 2000, it was like 2011. I met some people who were just in the financial space and met my business partner now with M2 Jets at Steven Spielberg's charity event in New York. And I just started meeting these people and, they took to me because they saw that I was obviously a smart guy. They saw I was interested in business and they saw that I wanted to be successful in that as well. Plus we all just got along. And at the end of the day, people see things in other people to where it can benefit them, but also good people want to be with other people that they can relate to and that are also good people. So for me, a lot of my network and a lot of the people that I've just grown with over the last several years from a business perspective are actually personal friends now, right? Which all started as kind of just business relationships when I was playing ball.
Mm-hmm. You know what I appreciate about you is the fact that a lot of athletes you see are artists. They're not smart with their money. I'm not sure if that's a common ground with most, but a lot of people that I've heard of, like, they don't really turn into this whole entrepreneurship field. It's like they play the game. Once it's done, they're done.
Well, that's funny you say that, and by all means, I was not smart with my money when I first got into the NFL. I mean, I started a record label, which is typically what
You started a record
I
label?
started a record label. I was rapping.
Really?
Yeah, I was
You
rapping.
rap?
I was rapping. Yeah.
Any tracks I can check
you
out,
can
man?
check it out. You can go on YouTube and Google Bret Lockett. There's a track called "Let's Go." There's another one called
What?
"Get It All." Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna put that in the link down.
No,
We're gonna
no.
put it in the
Leave
description.
that
guys.
out of the link. Well, that's a long time ago. But yeah, no. I mean, I started a record label, and I was doing a bunch of stuff. I invested in certain companies, and when you get to that level, when you make a lot of money, right? All of a sudden, a lot of opportunities start happening because I always tell people in business, either you have the product, right, or you have the resources to buy the product, or you're the broker that's connecting the two, right?
Huh. Okay.
There's no way to be anything else, right? Either you're providing a service, right, or you're in the
Or you have the money to buy the
you're in the
service.
brick and mortar business,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the two, right? So for me, when you're making that kind of money at a young age and you don't know business, right? Because you think you know business. You're like, oh, this is business. It's just dollars and cents. And, I want to do these big deals. But you don't really understand business unless you've actually gone to school for business and you've actually sat behind someone who's mentored you in the space, right? Whether it's entrepreneurship, which is essentially business, it's just a higher risk reward factor, but it's still business, right? And so for a lot of guys, they get into these spaces and they feel like because I got money, I can now make these investments, but they don't have the right business team, they don't have the right, the right people that they're investing in. So for me, I wasn't getting the deals that I was investing in. I didn't vet them the best way. I was giving money to friends that wanted to start businesses, right? And anybody who's ever done that can attest that I probably shouldn't give money to a friend unless it's an actually viable business, right? And I learned a key lesson, right? You never invest in the business, you invest in the entrepreneur.
And the person.
In the person, right? Obviously everybody's got great ideas, but you got to know the track record of the person you're investing in, right? You got to understand the marketplace, but you also got to understand what he's looking to create and how he's looking to disrupt in the marketplace.
You told me that, like, when we first met.
Yeah.
Like, you said that because I asked you. I was like, I'm curious. I told Hunter the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, is it that about me? Because I'm going to be honest with you. And when I first started this entrepreneurship thing, obviously we all start from nothing, right? We all start from just trying to learn, grow, climb that ladder to success. So it still shocks me when I talk to people and they start to they're like, yeah, we like what you're doing. We support you. We move with you. And I'm like, it hit me just recently, a couple months ago. I was like, people don't invest, as you said, people don't invest into the business. They like you as a person.
Absolutely.
Because you're the driving factor.
Exactly. And the thing is that I truly believe, because a lot of times, people are like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of dealing with people, or, everyone's full of BS or this and that. When people start throwing negative sentiments around about society. And for me, I always look at the world and I look at just people, and I'm walking and I'm just like, there is an unlimited amount of human potential that is just innate in every single person. They just haven't found it, right? And for me, I enjoy sitting down with someone that wants to do better, that wants to create something for their life, for their friends, for their family, and actually achieve something in life. And I enjoy extracting the best out of them to be able to see their ultimate potential. So as much as I enjoy, all the wills and deals and thrills of putting deals together and being on, buy sides, being on sell sides of deals, and even brokering deals, right? I truly enjoy helping people get to their ultimate potential, because there's so many people out there that have either naysayers or not in the right environment, whether it's financially, or whether it's just, the family, or people don't believe in you, not the right support system. And I just want to inspire people to get to wherever it is, because once you tap into that mindset that it doesn't matter what happens around you, just all that matters is what happens inside of you, right? And you control that. Because I don't know if you ever studied quantum physics or the quantum field, if you've ever heard of that, but
I've heard of it. I've never studied it.
There's unlimited potential and unlimited opportunity out there, right? And it's a mindset, it's a shift to where, instead of looking at what can go wrong, because that's innately how we're wired, right? We think about what's the worst situation that can happen, which is great in business, because you always want to look at the risk, right? But there's a lot of people that go into situations looking for the worst situation and not ever thinking about the greatest potential in that situation.